And when the urban density is concerned, it is predominantly focused on the density of population, occupation of lands, and a concentration of activities. And there's little attention given to the density of the physical fabric or the spatial network of the city. And for example, this is the Luni model of Shenzhen proposed by a professor from Tongji University in 2003. And the Luni model is composed of a base model, which and you decide your baseline density zones according to three preconditions, like transportation conditions and sunrise, and also about the environmental conditions. Here you got the base density zones, and then you add in some factors to adjust the model, and according to the ecological principles, and ecological to the safety, and to the aesthetic, and also other whatever principles. Then you modify the density numbers of your zones, and then based on the adjusted model, and you can exchange the model by adding land use information, and basically can exchange the model into into non-residential use and residential use, and finalize the density of zones. However, and you see, and there's no or little address to the physical structure of the urban network. And for Newton, and the city was planned in that way. And how about urban regeneration? And this is the case, and that's near our university, and this area, and I created the village in urban or urban village, and already quite dense. And this area is under the public agenda to be renewed in the next 10 to 15 years. And here is the proposal for the urban regeneration. And I think the plot ratio or the FAR ratio for this site is about 3, and the new proposal is over 10. And I can give you a basic a number. And the Futian CBD was planned in 1996 and implemented in and still under implementation and construction. And the CBD for the whole city, and when planned in 1990s, it had a total building volume of 12 million square meter floor areas. And this site had 500,000 land area, but with 5 million total building floors. And there's another site that's open village. You see, it's already demolished and under construction with the same level of building density. It's not under implementation. And however, and the building density tripled, but there's little change of the physical fabric of the network of the site. So the question is, is there any relationship between the physical structure and the urban and the building density, and as well as other kind of activity, density of activities. The relationship between the physical structure, urban network, and the building density, of course, is not new topic in urban study, but there's apparently a lack of rigorous research in Chinese context, especially from a quantitative point of perspective. And here, we use SHENZHEN as a case study to examine the relationship. And much of this case study is based on is built upon previous research, like the one proposed by Professor Hypothesis, and in which he mentioned that there's the multiple aspects of urban density. It means urban density is not only about one aspect, but there's interrelations between three kinds of urban density, like land occupation, constitution of activities, and the density of urban fabric. And also the scholars from KTH have done recently have done a lot of research on the accessible density of different types of land use, and also professors and students from Delft, they are doing analyzing the impact of integration of urban density and land use. So here, in this case study, and I'm not going to see whether there's any correlation between different kinds of density, but also to see how the building density can be accounted by configurational properties of street, and how they are interact each other at different urban scales, and with respect to different types of land use. And the method we use combined is a combination of space syntax and mixed-use index, explained in previous presentation. And our study area covers main city of SHENZHEN, about 100 square kilometers. The density number and buildings and activities are derived from building information survey database done by SHENZHEN Planning and Research Center. And we analyzed proceed in two levels. And at macro level, the study area was divided into 10 areas. And then, based on the 10 areas, they are further divided into 50 sub-areas. So the right polygon shows the 10 areas, and the blue polygon shows 50 sub-areas. And at the macro level, we use the 400-meter grid cell, and all those different size of polygons will intersect with the streets configuration database and the building information database to transfer different layers of data into different scales of land units. And by doing so, we got four kinds of measures of density. And first is the density of streets, and it means the length of the streets per square kilometer or hectare, and the density of street blocks and the density of plots per unit. And the second is the configurational density of street network measured according to the under second mode of space syntax. And third is the density of the different categories of buildings in terms of floor space area. And fourth is the density of mixed land mixed land use according to the mixed use index. That is the percentage of different categories of building areas. This model is explained in last presentation, so I will skip this. And this image shows the density of plots or land parcel, and density of street block, and the density of FAR, and shop area, and also about the density of shops. So to the left is the big area, and to the right is 50 sub-areas. And this is shows the local and global integration structure of the study area. And this image shows the mixed use index, the percentage of mixed use index based on 400 meter cells. So at the macro level of analysis, I will mainly focus the relationship between street morphology and the building development density. At the micro level, and the analysis add another dimension of land use to investigate the relationship between each other. And the question examined are the different aspects of urbanicity covariate and how they are associated at different city scales, and which is the most significant spatial factor that supports the density of buildings across different city scales, and what is the relationship between street morphology, building density, and land use transmission. To be in short, and at first we at macro level, here table shows the correlation between street density and plot density. And if you see, and either as the 10 sub area or 10 area or 50 sub areas, every morphological factors are correlated strongly with the plot density. And here, the results show the similar study, similar results as the study done by Paponis for Atlanta metropolitan areas. And Paponis proposed this is the fundamental theorem of cities that the street density proportionally correlates with the density of land partition as a result of interplays of social principles and the fundamental geometrical constraints that drives land subdivision. And but here another point is that even at the quite large at the macro level, and we will see that the correlation between configurational property and the block and the parcel density decrease sharply at the large radius. And the second, we do the correlation between street morphology and building density, and both the street density and the syntactical properties correlate strongly with the FAR for either the 10 sub-area and the 50 10 areas and 50 sub-areas. And also similarly, and when for the syntactic properties, when you analyze going up to larger scales, and the correlation goes down. And similar trend for the correlation between street morphology and the retail density. And at the highest correlation is given by a radius 2,000 meters, either for the density of number of shops or the density of shopping floor areas. And then we move to the micro level to compare the relationship between this is the FAR and land use composition, and this is a spatial integration, land use composition and FAR at bottom. And first, the analysis shows that the triple mixed use has the highest concentration rate against the integration structure, while the model function, especially the model function housing, has the lowest concentration on integration structure. And also, a mixture of housing with other functions shows a relatively higher rate of concentration at low and medium radius region. And the correlation between FAR, floor area ratio, and the street accessibility for all cells is about 900 cells. It shows R squared of 0.51, slightly over 50%. However, and when we split the cells into different groups based on land use types, we found some different trends. And all the subsets except the triple mixed use produce a less strong correlation than the sample as a whole. And a mix of housing with another function displays a rather stronger correlation than monofunction land use types. And another point is similarly, and when you analyze approaching to larger reading, and the correlation goes down. And then we do a more we control further the land use composition, and we calculate we split the cells into further subgroups based on 10% interval of the floor area taken up by each functions. And here shows the housing, the cells shows the housing function with 10%, 20%, 30, 40, up to 100%. And here shows the amenity function, and here shows the working. And then we redo the correlation. And this is the red one shows the control for amenity function, and the blue one shows the control for residence, and the green one shows the control for working. And we found their sharp change as 50%. To be in short, and this image indicates that the higher the degrees of land use mixture, the stronger the correlation between street accessibility and building density. And to to sum up, and the case study shows that street morphology correlates strongly with measures of urban density across different size of land size, especially for the syntactic properties. And the configurational density of street network is not only a better indicator to clarify the area difference of urban density than conventional street density, where the length of street per square kilometers, but also allow us to grasp finer variation of building density within areas. This is particularly the case when land use composition is taken into consideration. The higher degrees of function mix and the more dependent of building density on spatial accessibility is strongest. On the other hand, however, interaction between the different kinds of urban density in Shenzhen seem to be leveraged by scales of the city, as it is more related to the local scale of accessibility, but diminished at the global scale. And why? And here shows the integrated structure of at different readings. There's 1,000 meter, 2,000 meter, 5,000, 10,000 meters. And we see there's a shifting of the centrality from, it's almost constantly shifting. And there's a separation of accessibility structure at different scales. So for Shenzhen, it's modern city applying notes. It seems that the global structure is dominated by vehicular routes, but these vehicular routes seems is not to connecting the different parts of the city to influence them. Rather, separate the streets into disconnected subsets. So this raised another question. Do cities have different properties?
Just say you're taking rather a lot of time.
Oh, sorry.
We have another presentation from the class.
Okay, I finished in 1 minute. Do cities are different? Have different profiles regarding the relationship between the different types of urban. And for future research, and I think the case study will look at in deeper in more depth, and not only to use the grid cell to do the cognitive analysis, but also to examine the spatial pattern of density per street block or plot. And also the study also need to address the syntactic phenomenon, and that's the organization of land use by street rather than by land unit. And also multi-variable regression model will be more suitable than single variable regression model. And also to address the impact of mass public transportation system on distribution of urban density. And the measures of street morphology not only describe properties of cities as physical objects, but also properties of street network as a framework with which other kind of density develops. But how the spatial organization of other kinds of density influence the performance of density, I believe it deserves more research and to give us a better understanding of the relationship between the different kind of urban density and how city functions. Thank you.
Maybe I could ask one simple question.
Well, I tried different size of cells, and there is a problem of modifiable area unit. And I found that I tried 400 meters and 200 meters, and apparently 400 meters give much better results than 200 meters. And because Shenzhen cities have very large street blocks.
Yeah. So I mean, actually, the average street block in Shenzhen is around 400 meters.
More or less.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the 500 meters is almost standardized.
Yeah.
Because according to the planning regulation, so
Yeah.
you must have a mineral
Yeah.
at
500.
1 to 1.2 kilometers, and then in the middle you have a secondary circulation.